my friends. Good morning, good morning. It's Miss Rachel at the William Jeans Library, and we are here for Sensory Storytime. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm so glad you're here. We are going to start out with our welcome song, just like we always do. Then we'll read a book. It's a silly one today, friends. I'm just warning you. Then we'll sing another song. Actually, it's not going to be a song. It's going to be like a little movement and rhyme. And then we'll read another book. We'll do a scarf song. Of course, always the shaker song. And then it will blow bubbles for you, just like I always do. I'm so glad you're here. Let's clap and sing good morning to all of us, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching this later another time. And I don't know if you remember, some of you might have met Mr. Frank from Music Play Patrol. And he has a wonderful welcome song that he does. So we're going to give that one a try today. And while I'm mentioning that, I also want to tell you that on Thursday this week, the 25th, at 3:30, we will have a virtual music class with Music Play Patrol. I don't know if it will be Mr. Frank because he has some other teachers also, but I can tell you that it will definitely be fun. It's called Kitchen Concerto, which means you're going to be playing instruments with things that you find in your kitchen and around your house. So make sure you register for that so I can send you the Zoom link. And in the spirit of Music Play Patrol, let's sing hello with Mr. Frank's song. Let's say hello to our friends, to our friends, to our friends. Let's say hello to our friends. We're glad you're here today. Let's say hello to Rachel, to Rachel, to Rachel. Say hello to Rachel. We're glad you're here today. Let's say hello to Patrick, to Patrick, to Patrick. Say hello to Patrick. We're glad you're here today. Let's say hello to Morgan, to Morgan, to Morgan. Say hello to Morgan, we're glad you're here today. Let's say hello to Ethan, to Ethan, to Ethan. Say hello to Ethan, we're glad you're here today. Let's say hello to Nico, to Nico, to Nico. Say hello to Nico, we're glad you're here today. Let's say hello to Ruby, to Ruby, to Ruby. Say hello to Ruby, we're glad you're here today. I'm so glad you're here, my friends. And if I didn't sing your name, that's okay. It's just because I didn't know that you were going to be here watching today. If you're here and watching and you drop your name in the chat box, I will give you a special shout out before we finish. But I am so glad you are all here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. And we're going to read our first book called This is a Ball. This is by Beck and Matt Stanton, and I'm going to read it to you with permission today from the publisher, Little Brown and Company. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see, and you can definitely tell that this is a ball, right? This is part of a series called Books That Drive Kids Crazy. Hello, let's read this book together. But first I just need to check a few things. Is this a triangle? Okay. Is this a cat? And what's this? Okay, I think we're ready to start. Excellent, great job. It's good to know we agree. Let's get started. This is a ball. Are you sure it's not a ball? I think you need to look closer. This is a dog. No, it's not an elephant. It's a dog for sure. I can see its eye, and its legs. It must be a dog. And this is a bike. Look at the wheels. It is definitely a bike. And this is a blue bike. You think it's yellow? No way. It's blue. Like a tomato. And this, of course, this is a happy princess. What do you mean? Of course it's a princess. I can see her big smile. And this, woo, is a scary monster. What do you mean? You think this is the princess? I think you're confused. This is a monster, boo, scaring a princess. You are getting very mixed up. I'm sorry, my friend. This is a monster scaring a princess and her pet dog. Boo! Again! My friends, we talked about this before. Don't you remember? Look at its tail. All dogs have tails. And this is a beach. What do you mean it's not a beach? I can see the sky and the ground. It's a beach. This is a kite. It has to be a kite. Why else would it have a long string? This is a princess flying a kite at the beach. Are you feeling okay? You seem to be getting a lot of things mixed up today. This is a princess flying a kite at the beach with her pet dog. Are your eyes working properly? We might need to take your temperature. This is a monster telling a story about a princess flying her kite at the beach with her pet dog. This is getting silly, my friends. This is a monster telling a story about a princess flying her kite at the beach with her pet dog while standing on a block. It can't be a ball. What are you talking about? Look at the cover of this book. This is a ball. The book says so. This is a ball. So this can't be a ball. And this is not the end of this book. Are you still so confused? Is that a ridiculous book? Did anything I read in this book make any sense, or was it true? You have to use your smart brains and figure it out. And if you like that one, there's other ones that I think I've read. I know I've read since we started doing online story times, called This Book is Red. Do you remember that one? And there's another one called Did You Take the B from My Ook? Books that drive kids crazy. I don't want to drive you too crazy because you're my friends and I like you very much. Thank you for reading that book with me. We're going to do our next thing, which is 5 fat peas. Maybe you have a garden at home, and if you don't, maybe you've seen a garden somewhere or been to a farm or somewhere where you've seen things growing, and maybe even seen things growing that you can eat. And that's what 5 fat peas is about. Peas grow inside a pod. And then, when they get big enough, you can pop them out of the pod and eat them. Some people eat the pod too. We're going to pretend we are 5 fat peas inside our pod, almost ready to eat. You ready? 5 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, so did all the rest. They grew, and they did not stop until one day that pod went pop! And my computer doesn't fit all of me on the screen when I'm popping out of my pod, but I think you can tell what's happening when we say pop. Let's do it again. 5 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, so did all the rest. They grew, and they did not stop until one day that pod went pop! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fat and delicious peas. Let's do it one more time. 5 fat peas in a pea pod pressed. 1 grew, 2 grew, so did all the rest. They grew, and they did not stop until one day that pod went pop! Delicious spring and summertime peas. I hope you get to try them sometime. I have another book for you today, like always. This one is very different from our first one. This one has photographs, actual real pictures instead of drawings. And it's a true story. It's called Little Pink Pup. Now, you know how in the other book I said, this is a ball. And you know that's not a ball. What if I said, let me get closer. This is a puppy. What would you say? Would you say this is another silly book? Let's find out. This is by Joanna Kirby, and I'm going to read it with permission from the publisher, Penguin. I'm going to remind you, this is a true story. This really happened. Little Pink Pup. This book is dedicated to all the children who think that they are different from the rest of their families, or maybe the rest of their community, or their school, or their class, or their friends. Just remember, your family and your friends and your loved ones and your community love you just the way you are. One cold night, 12 piglets were born in a barn. The smallest one was named Pink. Pink's brother and sister piglets were strong and healthy, but he was tiny and weak. They were playful and pushed Pink aside when it was time to eat. Pink was cold and hungry. His owners brought him into their house to see if they could help Pink. Tink was a brand new Dachshund mom. She had one puppy of her own and was a foster mom to a few others. When Tink saw Pink, she immediately welcomed him into the family. She licked him and fed him and tucked him in close. She made him feel right at home. Tink knew that Pink was different from her puppies, but she didn't mind. Now, Tink had lots of brown puppies and one little pink pup. Pink's new siblings welcomed him too. He may not have looked like them, but that didn't matter. He was just their size. The puppies didn't sleep on straw like the pigs in the barn. They slept on a soft blanket, and their warm bodies kept Pink cozy. Little by little, Pink started to eat more. And nobody pushed him away. He began to grow stronger along with his puppy siblings. Soon, Pink was running around the house. Pink and his puppy siblings liked to wrestle and nip at each other. They chased each other and played tag. Pink loved to get his ears scratched, but he hated taking a bath. When it was bath time, he would squeal loudly and kick out his legs. Sometimes, Pink would visit his pig family in the barn. His pig siblings had grown so big. They were about 20 pounds each, and Pink weighed only 3 pounds. After his visit, Pink was always happy to go back to Tink and his dog family. Once Pink and the puppies got a little older, it was time to eat solid food. But when Pink was offered pig food, he refused to eat. He wanted puppy food like his brothers and sisters. When Pink got too big to live in the house, he had to move into the barn. But he made sure to take his dog bed with him. After sleeping on a soft cushion his whole life, he did not like the scratchy straw. The dogs missed Pink, but they would still play with him in the barn. And no matter how big Pink grows, he will always be Tink's little pink pup. Now I'm going to show you another picture that shows Pink as a grown-up pig next to Tink, his dog mama, and you can hardly believe it. Look at that picture. Look how big Pink got. So much bigger than his mama, Tink. But she still loved him. Here's one more picture. of Pink and his puppy brothers and sisters. I love that story. A family can be a family no matter what kinds of differences they might have between them. It's all about who takes care of you and who gives you home and love. And the dogs certainly did that for the little pink pup, didn't they? Are you ready for a scarf song? I have my blue Storytime scarf. You can use a scarf like this, or any kind of scarf that anybody in your home wears around their neck. Whoops. Or you can use a cloth napkin, or a paper napkin, or a paper towel, or a tissue, or even a strip of toilet paper. Anything you want can be a scarf if it's something that you can wave around. You ready? We wave up high like this. We wave up high like this. To our friends at Storytime, we wave up high like this. We wave down low like this. We wave down low like this. To our friends at Storytime, we wave down low like this. We wave slowly like this. We wave slowly like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave slowly like this. And what comes after slowly, you know? We wave really fast like this. We wave really fast like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave really fast like this. Can we do even faster? We wave super fast like this. Wave super fast like this. With our friends at Storytime, wave super fast. I don't think I can do it any faster than that. That was hard enough. We wave around and around. We wave around and around. With our friends at Storytime, we wave around and around. We wave side to side. We wave side to side. With our friends at Storytime, we wave side to side. We wave crazy like this. We wave crazy like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave crazy like this. We wave straight like this. We wave boring like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave straight like this. That was not very fun, is it? No. We wave up high like this. We wave up high like this. With our friends at Storytime, we wave up high like this. And I would say, we wave goodbye like this, except it's not time to say goodbye yet. So we will not sing goodbye. We still have shaker eggs and bubbles to do before we go. So, get out something to shake. Maybe it's quinoa or some other kind of grain in a plastic container, dried beans in a water bottle, rice in little water bottles. Here I am at the library, so I happen to have some of our Storytime eggs. So I will use those, and you use whatever you have to shake at home. Even if you don't have anything to shake, you can shake your body along with our shaker song. So let's get started. Let me turn on our song. We are ready to shake. Shake it, shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, shake it, everybody shake it. Shake it, shake it, everybody shake it. Come on, shake it with me. Shake it, shake it, shake it on your tummy. Shake it, shake it, shake it on your tummy. Shake it, shake it, shake it on your tummy. Come on, shake it with me. Come on. it, shake it, shake it on your toes. Whoops, trying to turn it up.
Shake it, shake it on your toes. Come on and shake it with me.
Shake it, shake it, shake it on your knees. Shake it, shake it, shake it on your knees. Shake it, shake it, shake it on your knees. Come on and shake it with me. Come on, shake it up. Come on, shake it down. Come on, shake it all around.
Shake it any way you want.
Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it.
Come on and shake it with me.
Shake it on your head. Shake it on your head.
Shake it on your head. Come on and shake it with me.
Shake it on your elbow. Shake it on your elbow. Shake it on your elbow. Come on and shake it with me. Come on, shake it up. Come on, shake it down. Come on, shake it all around.
Shake it any way you want.
Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it. Shake it, everybody, shake it.
Come on and shake it with me.
Come on and shake it with me.
Come on and shake it with me.
Thank you, my friends. You know how much I love to sing the Shaker song with you. And of course, I love to blow bubbles for you and with you. So, we are going to get out the bubbles. And if you have bubbles at home, you can blow some, or maybe you have to take them outside and you can blow them later. Or maybe you can just watch while I blow bubbles for you on the screen, and you can try to point to them or touch them on the screen if you're allowed to. And I'll try to aim the bubbles right towards you so you get some good ones. Sometimes the bubbles don't go anywhere near where I think they're going to go. So we'll give it a try and we'll see. There are bubbles in the air, in the air. There are bubbles in the air, in the air. There are bubbles in the air. There are bubbles everywhere. There are bubbles in the air. Everywhere. There are bubbles way up high. Way up high. There are bubbles way up high, way up high. There are bubbles way up high. There are bubbles in the sky. There are bubbles way up high in the sky. Air conditioning is blowing them everywhere except where I want them to go. There are bubbles way down low. Way down low. There are bubbles way down low. Way down low. There are bubbles way down low. And they tickle on your toes. There are bubbles way down low. On your toes. And the bubbles say goodbye. Say goodbye. And the bubbles say goodbye. Say goodbye. And the bubbles say goodbye. Say goodbye until next time. And the bubbles say goodbye till next time. Goodbye, my friends. Goodbye to the bubbles. Goodbye to you. Thank you for joining me. I hope that I will see you again before too long. Bye bye. Take care.